So San Holo. What are do I call you that or I call you? Which I fucking love your first name, Sander. It's awesome.
Yeah, they call me Son. I've been people go back and forth between Sonder and Son. So just call me Son.
But for you, what do you think self-made means? What does that mean? Your own success.
Self-made. Self-made it's a good question, man. I gotta think about that. Let me think about it. Self-made. I think um in the end everything is a team effort. You know, as you grow as an artist, you start growing a bigger team. First you have a manager, then you have, you know, a tour manager added to that, then you have a photographer, then you have a, you know, audio guy with you on the road. It grows. So I gotta say in the end everything is a team effort, but I guess being self-made um, to me means getting somewhere by believing in yourself and getting other people to believe that too. You know, for me, it was music. The music I was making back in the days, people didn't really vibe with it at all, but I really believed in it, so I just kept going, and eventually people started believing in it as well. And you know, then you get a manager, then you get people that enjoy your stuff, and then you grow from there.
Um, when did music kick in for you? When was it something like, you know what, this is what I want to be doing?
I started playing guitar about 14 years ago. No, 15 years by now. No, I think 16 years. I know I keep saying 13 years because that's what I've been saying all these years, but man, I'm almost 30 now. So I think it's
Look at
yeah.
you compared to me. You're young. Come on.
Man, you got a great beard though. I
You'll catch up. You'll catch up. Give it 20 years.
yeah, so I started playing guitar like 15 or whatever years ago, and ever since the moment I grabbed the guitar and I started messing around with it, I felt like music was something something special to me, and I guess it felt, I didn't realize it back then, but I think music and creating music, making music is one of the most direct ways I can express myself, and that's why I love it so much.
It makes sense. Um, was family supportive of you when you said you wanted to go into music?
Yes, I thank my dad and thank my mom, and they were, you know, they told me, you know, music might not be the easiest route, you know, or make the most money or whatever, but they saw it made me happy, so they were supportive of that. I had a lot of teachers at high school that said music is like a very, you know, poor business, a bad business plan. You know, there's not a lot of money in that, and you gotta be ready to, you know, give guitar lessons or like give music lessons for the rest of your life. And I was okay with that. I just wanted to make music, and if I just wanted to be around music.
Well, I think on a personal note, I think the hardest thing in life is figuring out something you love. And once you have that, if you can own that, you know, money doesn't matter because if you just love what you're doing, it makes life so much easier, so much easier.
100%. And I think some days I wake up and I realize kids these days are kind of forced to decide what they want to become so early on in their life. And I'm
Yeah,
like, if you're 17 or 16, how can you possibly know what you want in life? You know, so
yeah.
I'm always pretty. I kind of encourage people to just encourage people to really think about what moves them before they decide to like study this or that because it makes money or because they, you know, think it's expected of them. Because you might as well, you know, it's spend your life doing something you love instead of spending your life making money or building up something that you don't care about.
So 13, 14, 15 years ago, who were you looking up to music wise?
Oh man, back in the days, I already had a really music taste from blues artists like Stevie Ray Vaughan to to DJs like Chesto and stuff. So it was, I really didn't listen to music as a genre. I just loved there's something in every genre that I appreciate.
Do you bring that to your music today, you think?
I think I do have a very electronic specific sound, but I like to tell people again and again that if something touches you, whether it's a drum kit or a guitar or a synthesizer or a whatever, if it touches you, then it's okay. You don't have to think about, oh, this is a blues song or this is a trance song or a trap song or a hip hop track. If it touches you, you don't have to justify it in your head. If it feels right, it feels right. So that's what I like to tell people.
So, is there, if you talk about goals, is there do you know something out there that you want to achieve that would get you to 100 again?
Well, of course, that changes over. It changes every month for me. Right now, I'm really focusing on learning to be in the moment. That's one of the biggest goals from I set for myself lately. And it sounds super cheesy and corny, live in the moment, but if you think about it, it's one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
And I mean, this entire pandemic is a great. I mean, it's awful, but it's the best time to start focusing on yourself because there's literally, for me, not much else I can do. I mean, I can't go, I can't travel, I can't do shows, um, I can't go visit people. So I might as well try to enjoy being with myself and figuring out who I am.
Are you
Really,
spiritual?
I think so. Yeah, I don't want to put it in any. I don't want to put any. I don't want to put my spirituality in any box or whatever. But I think I believe in special things, and
Yeah.
I'm not super scientific. One plus one is two.
So, is it true that you got your break via SoundCloud, via trying stuff on SoundCloud?
Absolutely, 100%.
And was it? And I've heard. I remember. Who was it? I didn't know the artist Russ.
Russ or Rusty or
Russ is an American artist. Russ. He's very big,
I've not heard his music.
very big. But I remember talking to him and A Boogie with the hoodie, also another hip hop artist. And both of them, I thought it was amazing. Was they use SoundCloud in a way just to try stuff, just to get a reaction. To me, it's the same reason I love Instagram is I want to see how people react to our brand and it's telling me if it's working or not. And SoundCloud to me, it's the same thing. That idea that you're willing to experiment with your fans to see what's working. So Russ, as an example, just as an example, he found that people were listening to him in the Middle East. They loved him. So he went right there. That's where he went to go greet his
Cool,
fans and do shows there because that's where, and he built his base. Wherever they are, I'm going to go find you. So was
cool.
that kind of for you?
Well, for me, as funny as that might sound, it was you guys, America.
Mm.
I was here in my little room in Holland, in the corner of my room, making these weird beats, and and I put them on SoundCloud, and I got a lot of plays, but they were all from America, mainly California. That was where it all started for me, especially when I dropped the one of my remixes, the Dr. Dre, the next episode remix. That really blew up there, and DJ started playing it on the radio too, and like in their sets. Um, and that's why I started touring in the U.S. because I was like, that's where I have to be. There,
Because
they,
they like me there.
yeah, you guys
Yeah.
understand. And for some reason, maybe Holland was just too small for Holland caught up later on. Like 3 years later, they started kind of being interested in, and I started doing shows here in Holland. But it all started in the U.S. for me.
Do you still use SoundCloud today in the sense of trying things?
I use SoundCloud today for finding things.
Yeah.
Uh, that's also a big. Uh, I used SoundCloud back in the days as well, of like getting inspired, finding new things, finding new remixes. It was really easy to put out remixes, unofficial remixes on SoundCloud because it was a jungle. There was no labels, there was no copyright, whatever. You could do whatever you want, and that was beautiful. And I think we all kind of long for that freedom again. But the labels have made it very difficult to be that free.
today. Do you remember your first show performance in front of an audience?
As San Holo or as a human being?
You in front of people.
Yes, I was 13 years old, and I got asked to play a song at our school party, school event. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I loved it because for the first time I thought I was doing something, that people connected with, and I was never the cool kid or whatever, but that moment I felt okay. I felt cool. You know what I mean?
Did it feel different when you were for the first performance at San Holo?
Um, a little bit because back then we were playing cover songs, so it
Yeah.
was like a cover band situation. I played other people's songs, but um, the San Holo was very special because I got to play my own stuff and to see. There's something special about seeing people move and dance and later on sing along to your own music. That's a feeling that is indescribable. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So with COVID today, I know you just played Tomorrowland. What was that like?
Weird but cool. Very
Yeah.
weird. We drove to Belgium because they have a big studio over there. They have multiple studios all over the world. But we played in Belgium is close. So we drove there 2 hours, and it was this huge room with a green screen, like the biggest green screen I've ever seen in my life. Um, and I just had to perform as if there were people there, but there was just a crew with a camera, a bunch of cameras. It was kind of awkward, but awesome. I'm happy I got to experience it.
Not what would you different, but what would you tell yourself that you wish you would have done earlier?
A lot of things that I have learned the past couple of months. I I don't know, maybe it's my age, but I started to realize how rare life is and how, uncommon it is that I'm here, that I'm able to do what I'm doing, that uh, I can suck so much more happiness out of little things that you see happen every day, like watching the sun come up or seeing it go down, or those little things we take for granted. Um, I would I don't regret anything, but I wish I knew that 10 years ago.
Last thing I want to do is some fun. I'm gonna say ten words to you, and I want the first word association. First thing that comes to your mind, one word. You can only say one word. All right?
I really suck at this, but let's go.
No. This is good. Well, I love doing it because I'm always drinking, so it's more fun when you're drinking. So first word, ready? Music,
Vibrant.
happiness,
Nature.
dogs,
Flo, my dog.
festivals,
Coachella.
guitar,
Fender. Favorite band.
animals,
Oh, birds. Absolutely birds.
fair. Light,
The song changed my life.
family,
Spend more time.
SoundCloud.
Miss it. I miss.
That's
It's too
good. That's good. And stay vibrant.
every day.